Remember Croc? It's okay if you don't. It was one of the countless games that came in the wake of Super Mario 64, a 3D platformer from the dawn of 3D platformers. Not a particularly good one either. I once called it the Kathy Griffin of 3D platformers. No offense, Kathy. Of course, once platformers went 3D, it became an unwritten rule that they had to be 3D. I mean, 2D platformers? That's the past. That's child's play. If you want to do a flatformer, you better keep that crap on handhelds. And that's how it was for years. Which sucked because 2D is where it's at. So you might expect this to be less of a Croc on the Game Boy Color. Nope, same old Croc. So this game is not very good. Like, at all. Just about every objective criticism you could ever make about a video game applies to this version of Croc. I don't think I've ever played a platformer with such bad platforming, which is kind of a problem. The controls, the weight. This is like platforming with anchors tied to your ankles. Actually, no, that's at least funny. Alliteration. There's nothing funny about this. Croc arrived on the Game Boy Color 3 years after its initial release. In this case, time does not make the heart grow fonder. It gives you clogged arteries. You're still playing as Croc the Crocodile. It's still a platformer, only this one's 2D. Every level has some creatures to find and rescue. There are also hidden letters, which take you to bonus levels if you find them all, as well as balloons that lift you up. This is kind of like Donkey Kong Country. Kind of. Charitably. But the problem with Croc, and what ultimately makes it almost unplayable, to be honest, is the way it plays. It's like it was designed by people who have watched other people play platformers, so, they know how they're supposed to look, but then they've never actually played one, so they have no idea how they're supposed to feel. The weight is almost crippling. You fall almost immediately after jumping, with so much speed that it's just impossible to achieve any kind of precision. And it gets worse. Croc has this annoying tendency to bounce, because unlike most platformers, holding down the jump button doesn't extend your jump, it makes him jump again. And that's like the exact opposite of what you want from a platformer. On home consoles, Croc was well received, but this version was not. I'd tell you it's easy to see why, but maybe it's not. I mean, it looks alright, I guess, but it is easy to feel why. A minute with Croc, and you'll think you're playing a game with a broken controller. But it's not broken, it's just Croc for the Game Boy Color. Thanks to our homegirl Felicity from the UK for sending it in and giving me a headache.